Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome to Healing Cottage Homestead. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so happy to have you with me today because today is my 100th video. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that I've made 100 videos. It just absolutely blows my mind. But I have, and this is my 100th video, so thank you for sticking with me. We reached 250 subscribers this week as well. We're actually up to 261 as I'm making this video. So thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and liking or commenting on my videos. It really helps that algorithm. Now let me tell you what it is that I'm going to make, because I really thought hard about what I wanted to make today, and I wanted to make something a little bit fancier than what I normally make, but still along the lines of how I cook and kind of casual. So I am going to make a apple bacon brie burger with a garlic aioli. Doesn't that sound fancy? Well, it's not that fancy. It's actually very simple, and I will talk you through every step of the way. So the first thing we're doing is frying our bacon, and while that's frying, we will go ahead and, I just melted my plastic bag on my brand new skillet. Oh goodness. We're going to slice up a little bit of onion. We're going to slice it thin. I think that's enough. And then we're going to go ahead and make our aioli, and that is pretty simple as well. All we need to do is take some mayonnaise. So I have mayonnaise. And I'd say we're going to take 2 tablespoons. Actually, since I'm just making this for me, I'm going to do it with 1 tablespoon. Put my onion over to the side. And I do want to slice my apple really quickly because we are going to, when we flip this bacon, we're going to put our onion and our apple in to saute a little bit. And you want that kind of thin as well. So, and I'm going to cut my bacon so it lies flat. I just do that to the ends. I'm going to turn my heat down just a hair. And then I'm going to lay my apples in that grease. And then I'm going to put my onions there in the center as well. I'm going to let that cook up a little bit while the bacon continues to cook. And we're going to peel some, or crush some garlic into our mayonnaise. So that's part of the aioli. And aioli sounds like a fancy thing, but all it really is, at least the one that I'm making, is mayonnaise, garlic, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. and that's it. So we're gonna squeeze our garlic in there. We'll go ahead and mix that up a little bit. I wish I had little squeeze bottles, but on one hand, I wish I had little squeeze bottles, and on the other hand, I don't, because that would just be one more thing for me to clean. And we know that I like to keep things simple. So we need our lemon, and I'm gonna just roll that a little bit. And then we're gonna squeeze that in. I'm gonna squeeze it over my hand so I catch any seeds. And I think a half a lemon is plenty. We're going to put some salt and pepper in here. Just flipping our apples. Okay, and we're going to leave that bacon grease in there, and we are going to, because it's just going to help flavor our hamburger, and we're going to make a patty. Now you can make this double, so you can make this because we're not using any bread, at least I'm not. You can if you would like to. This would be great on a brioche bun. But I'm not using any bread, or on sourdough, that would be really good. But I'm not using any bread. So we'll just go ahead and make our patty and get that all in that bacon grease. So while our hamburger is cooking, we will go ahead and slice our Brie. And I have not used Brie often. I do make a pork loin that's stuffed with Brie and spinach and crab meat. It's very delicious. I'll have to make that one time for us. Now, I typically take the rind off of my Brie. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it. Let's see if it says. It does not say. So, I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. Now, many of you would be ready to flip your burger, but you know me, I like mine pretty well done. So I'm going to give it another couple minutes. I had a burger like this once I went to a restaurant, I think it was called the Grapevine. And it was in Columbus. And I had a burger similar to this, although it was more of a slider than a full-size burger. But I don't think that'll matter for us. But that's where the inspiration for this came from. Flip our burger. And I'm going to smash mine because I don't want it juicy. But if you want yours juicy, don't smash it. We'll give it a couple minutes. If you like yours medium to medium rare, go ahead and add your Brie to the top of your burger now. But if you're like me and you like it well done, you can give it a few minutes. So remember I told you that I would read to us from our 759 secrets to beating diabetes. So last night I read a little bit more about this, and it says walk with a plan, walk in with a plan. So it's talking about going into the grocery store, go in with a plan, shop with a detailed list in hand, and check off items as you shop. Take a mental stroll around the grocery store before you even go in. So as you're making your list, if you're going to a store that you go to often, take a mental walk through the store and make your plan of what you're going to do and what you're going to get. Here's the number one tip. Plan to spend most of your time around the perimeter of the store. And the reason for that, and I know we've probably all heard that. I've heard that before. The reason for that is that the perimeter contains your fresh ingredients. So your produce is on the outside, your cheese and milk, eggs, your meats and proteins. You're going to have to go to the inside. Maybe you use canned vegetables if you use beans at all. And that I wanted to share because this is specifically for diabetes. And it specifically mentions, of course, you'll need to venture into the belly of the store for your olive oil, your canned tomatoes, and beans, and your whole grains and cereals. But fresh fruits, especially fruits and vegetables, should take up the bulk of your shopping cart. So that's one thing that I fail to do with all of you is I actually eat vegetables, most often salad. But I actually eat that with most of the meals that I cook, but I don't cook them with you. And I probably should get more in the habit of cooking those so that you can get in the same habit. It also says to not be afraid to splurge on fresh foods, and to not be afraid to buy prepackaged food. So if you know that you're gonna, if you buy, say you buy romaine lettuce and you buy cucumbers and carrots and radishes and tomatoes, all for you're gonna have a salad, and you know that at the end of the week that's never going to have been cleaned and it's gonna be sitting in your fridge, and you're going to dump it out come trash day, splurge on pre-cut, pre-packaged foods. So those pre-cut salads, pre-cut carrots, diced and diced radishes, the cherry tomatoes, instead of getting bulk tomatoes, get cherry tomatoes that you can either put in whole or just slice in half. Cucumber, if you know that you don't like the skin of a regular cucumber, but you don't mind the skin of an English cucumber, which has a softer skin, then splurge and get that English cucumber, because it's technically not a splurge if you're really going to eat it. If you're not going to eat the things, one of the groups that I'm in for it's called Take Back Your House, and it's a organization and cleaning and decluttering group. One of the things they talk about is our fantasy self. My fantasy self loves to get fresh romaine and chop it myself and do all of that, blah, blah, blah. Real Kim wants a bag of already cut up and cleaned romaine lettuce. And that's how I'm going to be successful in eating foods that are going to be good for diabetes and for weight loss. Okay, I'm going to give this one more smash. And then I'm going to add my Brie. I'm actually going to pat it a little dry first because you know me. Well, this still has quite a bit of rind on it. And if you don't like Brie cheese, I won't hold it against you. And you can use whatever cheese you would like. If you like Gruyere, or you like Swiss, or you like Havarti, or you like cheddar. Whatever cheese it is that you like, use that cheese. It's a little warm, so my Brie is melty. Good catch. We're just going to let that cook. Okay, we're going to take our bacon. We're going to place those strips on top. And we're going to take our apple and do the same. We're going to top it with our onion. And then we're going to take some of our aioli. And we're going to drizzle that on. Okay, so let's take a look. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. It would be easier to eat on a bun, for sure. Get all of this goodness. That is rich and decadent and creamy and smooth. I can taste all the bacon, the onion, the apple, the brie, the aioli. I would add a little bit more lemon juice to the aioli. It's more garlic than lemon, but it's still delicious. It's absolutely delicious. And you could serve this on a bed of lettuce as well. Since we're not eating them with a bun, it would be good on a bed of lettuce. That would be nice. Well, let's talk about our nutrition. So it does have 34 grams of fat, but we're looking at brie, bacon, and ground chuck. So 34 grams of fat. It has 107 grams of cholesterol, so not nearly as bad as I thought it would be in cholesterol. Only 12 carbs and 3.4 grams of fiber and 33 grams of protein. So this is not bad at all. And you can see how long it took me, 15 minutes from start to finish, and super simple. And this would be an easy weeknight or a company night recipe. So I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. If you did, give it a thumbs up or a like. You can subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, Healing Cottage Homestead, on YouTube. And I post videos that are diabetic friendly every Tuesday and Friday night at 5 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, always diabetic friendly, often low carb like we have tonight, sometimes slow cooker, but always easy and always under 30 minutes of total work cooking time, prep time. If we use the slow cooker, it cooks for several hours, but our actual prep is just minutes. So you can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And on Sundays, I post the backstory. So I post more of the gardening content and preservation content, different things that lead us to getting to where we are today with our recipes. None of this was I able to grow myself, but oftentimes some of what I grew would be a part of the recipe. And you could add some jalapenos. I have a boatload of jalapenos still, and you could add some, fry up those jalapenos in that bacon grease and add those to the top. If you're a heat lover, that would be good. So you might want to think about that. Anyway, thank you for being with me on my 100th video. I really, really do appreciate your support. And I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care, friends.